When I was at school, there were basically two cliques of kids that I tried to fit in with, and I sort of flitted between the two. The group of kids that liked R&B music, or like the Pussycat Dolls and Jason Derulo and Neo, etc. I tried to fit in with them. And then there was the group of scene kids who loved Enter Shikari, Hadouken, Panic at the Disco. I'd spend some of my time with them, and then they'd get fed up with me. So I'd go to the other group, and then they'd get kind of fed up with me. And I sort of went between the two groups for about 3-4 years. But even though the music tastes of both groups could not have been more different, there was one consistent thing that I experienced in both friendship groups, and that was that they both ripped the piss out of me because I was a super fan of the White Stripes. If you're watching this video and you haven't heard the White Stripes before, please keep an open mind, okay? Their music is not for everyone. I mean, no one's music is for everyone, but the White Stripes are one of the most divisive bands throughout like the early 2000s. If I had a penny for every time a friend of mine came up to me and went, you know, Meg White can't drum, right? I would have been able to save up for my own drumming lessons. Some people love them, like me, and some people can't stand them. But by all means, give the playlist in the description a quick whirl, see what you think, broaden your horizons. You know, but for those of you who are already huge fans of the White Stripes, and I hope this playlist pleases you, and we're going to kick off, as we always do, with number 20. I also want to state, again, if you've never heard the White Stripes before, if you're looking for a band that records with the most amazing technical quality, you might be disappointed. A lot of their earlier stuff was sort of like a lo-fi garage blues kind of sound, and I feel like that's really exemplified in this song, which is called Astro. Now, I'm not going to try and go into the music production side in this video because it's kind of easy to do it with pop and pop punk. You can hear different elements, but with the White Stripes, it's anyone's guess. So this is me just saying, I like the way this sounds. That's it. There is a running theme throughout this playlist, by the way. I like the White Stripes songs that sound, this is the wrong word for it, stabby. By which I mean just hard-hitting, dun, 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 dun. That's not a very good impression of the White Stripes, but Astro is one of those songs where it's just hard-hitting chords all the way through. It's very rough, it's very organic, and it's just so much fun to walk down the street to. Apparently that's one of my hobbies now, walking down the street. Also, one of the lines is, maybe Lily does the Astro, Astro, and now it makes me think of my friend Lily, so makes me smile. In at number 19, we have a song called Girl, You Have No Faith in Medicine. This is from the album Elephant, which was considered their like breakthrough album, especially in the UK. Basically the same album as Seven Nation Army, obviously. This song is near the end of the album, and it's about how a woman thinks that her medicine doesn't work because it's not a brand name and all that stuff. It's very fun, and there's one thing that I absolutely adore about this song. I know I said I wasn't really going to go into it in this video, but in the bridge of this song you have like an ordinary sort of call and response structure. So it's like line, guitar line, line, guitar line. Let me play you the bit that I'm talking about.
Strip the bark right off the tree and just hand it the script.
So, call and response.
Don't even need a drink of water to make the headache go away.
Right? And then this bit. I love that! Just no vocal line needed. And it's something that I really want to honour in one of my songs at some point. Just not having a line. Just not needing it. I love that, and you don't often hear that being done because it's just not. It makes you feel uncomfortable, and I love that so much. In at number 18 is a song called I Think I Smell a Rat. This is off of the album White Blood Cells, and it's a very angry song. I don't really know who Jack's anger was directed towards in this song. I think it's just about generally shitty people. You can relate it to anyone you like. It's got some great little minor chords in there, you know, it's got some stabby bits in there. I'm a fan of the stabby bits.
I smell a
rat. Oh, I think I smell a rat. So good. I think I took more inspiration from Jack White's vocals than I initially realized. Just little tiny intonations and stuff that I like doing. You don't really hear it in the songs that I've recorded, but when I'm singing at home, just singing covers of stuff, yeah, there's some stuff where I didn't really realise. That's nice. It's nice that you don't always realise where you're picking up your inspiration from. Anyway, all you little kids, you think you know just where it's at. Oh, I think I smell a rat. Dun 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 dun. Oh, my voice is going. Look, I recorded the Panic video yesterday, okay? And that was me just going, Death of a Bachelor! Oh, oh. Ow. In at number 16 is a song that I think a lot of you will know. No, it's not Seven Nation Army. It's a song called We're Going to Be Friends. And if you've ever seen the film Napoleon Dynamite, it's the song at the beginning of Napoleon Dynamite. I mean, apparently. I haven't seen Napoleon Dynamite. I think another big reason as to why I love the White Stripes so much is because they never really shied away from an acoustic number. You know, so many bands and so many singers, they reserve the acoustic versions of stuff, or just acoustic songs in general, for like a special release, a deluxe edition, you know? But I think every White Stripes album has just acoustic guitar on it. And when you think White Stripes, you don't really think acoustic guitar, but there's always just a nice, gentle song. And it's also one of the songs that everyone thinks is really simple to play on guitar, and I'm really bad at playing it. Have you ever seen people like cover something and they're just like, oh, I love playing this one, yeah, I play it all the time, and you're just sitting there like, how are you doing that? I wonder if I've got better, because I haven't played it in years. I wonder if I'm now just better at guitar. Fall is here, hear the yell, back to school, ring the bell, banish shoes, walking blues, climb the fence, books and pens. I can tell that we are gonna be friends. I can tell that we are gonna be friends. I did it! It's so easy for everyone else. But I did it. Take that, 13-year-old me. We've progressed. Just don't tell them that took you half an hour. In at number 16 is Catch Hell Blues. If you go looking for hot water, don't be shocked when you get burned a little bit. Oh, it's such a good intro. The whole song is really, I want to say heavy. Really, it's just pure White Stripes blues at its finest. Well, that and Red Rain, but we'll get on to Red Rain in a minute. There's nothing I can really say about Catch Hell Blues because it's mostly instrumental, and I don't want to sit here just mimicking a guitar, you know, like da 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 da. You gotta listen to it though. You gotta listen to the whole playlist. Just put it on, have a bath, enjoy your life. Just that high guitar, it goes so high. Try and catch me. Anyway, and number 15 is Apple Blossom. Apple Blossom is another one of them acoustics that I was talking about. Well, at least it starts off acoustic, but then it goes to this very slightly detuned piano, mixed with the Stijl recording quality, that sort of lo-fi thing that they used to go with. It's such a nice, it's a jaunty song. The mixing of the drums as well. I know I said I wasn't going to go into production, but there is a certain mixing of the drums that makes the song feel quite uncomfortable. The drums are really quite forward in the mix. It's like they're further forward than the piano, and yeah, it's really unique, and it's a really nice song. Lots of girls walk around in tears, but that's not for you. You've been looking all around for years for someone to tell your troubles to. Dun 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 dun. A lot of the White Stripes songs are just dun 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 dun, which apparently is my favourite genre. And number 14, as I was saying about the dun 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 dun, this might be one of their most stabby songs ever, because the verse is just dun 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 all the way through. This is a stupid video. This song is, of course, the hardest button to button. I feel like anyone who knew the White Stripes knew what I was doing by just going dun 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 dun. Even if this playlist is not really for you and you're not really won over yet, I urge you to watch the video, the music video for the hardest button to button. It was very unique for its time. I mean, I think it was based off of something, but it was unique in that, I don't want to say it pioneered anything, but like I know that The Simpsons did a parody of it, and yeah, it's an iconic video. But the actual song itself is really cool. It was a ray gun, and it was 1981. We named him Baby. He had a toothache. He started crying. It sounded like an earthquake. It didn't last long because I stopped it. I grabbed a rag doll and stuck some little pins in it. Now we're a family. I could just go on and on and on, but I'm damaging my voice and your eardrums today. Number 13 is one that I mentioned a little while ago. It's called Red Rain. This is another one of those mostly instrumental ones. Get Behind Me, Satan, which is the album that this was from, was very, very different to the stuff they'd done previously. It was just off of the back of Elephant's success, so it felt like it was maybe they were trying to make it like the antithesis of what they'd done previously. For instance, this song has really, really high, I want to say glockenspiel, might be just a xylophone, but it sounds like a glockenspiel to me. And there are some other songs that are further on in this list that have marimba in them. Shout out, bonus points if you already know what that song's going to be. But that whole album had far more instruments on it. It felt way more highly produced, but in a really good way. It didn't feel like disingenuine at all. But Red Rain itself is very eerie. You've got a really, really heavy guitar. You've got Jack's vocals that are basically just screaming. But then you've got this eerie sort of do-do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do-do. And Jack's also mirroring that on guitar. It's very spooky and very cool. And number 12, yeah, I know, only number 12. It's the first riff that any guitar player ever tries to play. If you don't know how to play it, grab a guitar, check the A string, go up to 7. I want to state that even though the song is only number 12, if I got to only take a few songs on one CD to a desert island that somehow was able to power a CD player, I would take Seven Nation Army. Of all of the White Stripes songs, even though it's not my favourite, I don't know how it's number 12, but that's the one that I take with me. I think it's just so iconic. I think maybe the only reason it's knocked down so far is because it's so overplayed. And I know I've said in previous videos that I was trying not to let that be a factor in these lists and just focus on the music alone. But hearing all those football fans just chanting it for no reason whatsoever, you know, it does have a damper on it a little bit. Just don't have to do that. The solo in the second chorus, amazing. Absolutely freaking amazing. At number 11, we have the song that follows on from Seven Nation Army on the album Elephant, and it's called Black Math. When you choose to listen to Black Math, I want you to take it to some speakers and turn up the speakers as loud as you can. You will possibly scare all of the pets in your house, but the song is so good that you need to justify the goodness by destroying your eardrums listening to it. It's such a... What I'm trying to get at is that it's an amazing song. That's why it's in my list. But the solo of Black Math is just amazing. And then the bridge, well, it's not even really the bridge, it's just the weird bit in the middle where everything sort of drops out and slows down, especially live. Jack White used to, well, they both did, obviously. Jack and Meg used to slow it down, like the tempo would just get slower and slower with every hit, and then go straight back into fast. It was, you have to watch it. You have to watch a live version to get it. But incredible song, incredible live, and it's just noise. It's so loud. So we're into our top 10, boy. In number 10, we have the White Stripes cover of Jolene, the song that's originally by Dolly Parton. Now, if you've heard that version, or if you've heard Miley Cyrus's cover, you'll know that it's like an upbeat country song. The White Stripes, however, slowed it down, made it really fucking depressing, and it's amazing. Jack's vocals on it are amazing, and extra bonus points for Jack not changing the gender of the antagonist in the song. I know lots of pop artists from around that time used to, you know, if they were singing about a guy and then they were a guy, they would change the lyrics so it wasn't gay. But Jack White left Jolene alone, and I've got massive respect for that man for doing that. In number 9, we have a really fun song. It's called Rag and Bone. Do 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 do. This is from Icky Thump, which is an incredible album, and this song has a lot of spoken word in it. it plays the narrative of Jack and Meg going around to people's houses and asking if they've got any like junk in their garages that they can sell. But it's nice to have a song where the verses are spoken and it's like they're playing characters, and then the chorus is just pure White Stripes. It's so loud, it's so noisy, and it's so fun. I'm not going to say much else about that because I feel like I'll actually end up taking away from the song. Just go and listen to Rag and Bone. It's such a fun song. In at number 8, we have a song that makes me cry. Don't admit that. It's White Moon, and it's from Get Behind Me, Satan. Now, the actual album version doesn't make me cry all that much, but there is a version of Jack singing it live, playing piano, with Meg next to him on the piano, and she just starts crying because they were nearing the end of their touring life together, and I think it's like their last big tour before they split. And I feel like in that video you can see that Meg knew she wanted to stop, and they hug at the end, and it's very, if you know a lot of the White Stripes lore, it's very touching, and I feel like that version of it on YouTube, which I will link down below in the description, that had a knock-on effect on the way that I perceive the album version of the song, which is also amazing. There's a part of the album version that I like where it's all piano, and then you've got this bit near the end where you just got a sound effect of someone like dropping cutlery. Why is that in there? But I like it.
Don't you know I'm a bleeder, and I promised I wouldn't leave her on.
Like, it's perfect. Who would have thought to put that in there? Apart from Jack White. But why does that fit so perfectly? Why is it so nice to hear? It just, I guess it makes the song feel more human, you know, and it's very sweet. Anyway, getting too sad. In at number 7 is a song that I played for you guys on my Periscope last year. We did a Periscope up in my bedroom, just listened to the White Stripes together, and this is one of the songs that you guys were always asking me afterwards, what was that song? That was such a fun song. What was that? It's called Jimmy the Exploder, and it's the first song off of their first album. Because it's from their first album, again, it's one of those that wasn't really recorded with the best quality, but it doesn't matter. It adds to it rather than destroys it, you know? There's nothing that really stands out for me in terms of song structure or features that makes this so good to me. Just as a whole, I just love putting it on and listening to it. So that's where I'm going to leave that one. At number 6, we have a song. Of course they have a song. Blue Orchid. So actually, Blue Orchid was somehow the first White Stripes song I ever heard before Seven Nation Army, and it's what made me want to listen to them more. So, we're going, Jack. You got a reaction. You got a reaction, didn't you? You took a white orchid. You took a white orchid and turned it blue. I think for me it's the guitar with Meg just hitting the hi-hats, especially near the end. That was horrendous. Just go and listen to the song. It's better than I am. Weird thinking that was the first White Stripes song I ever heard. I'm 13 in my bedroom, my dad's house, all over again, listening on that crappy MP3 player. Oh man. Oh, I'm getting the feels and the chills. In at number 5, we have a song called Handsprings. Now, this isn't actually from any of their albums. I'm pretty sure it was recorded before their first album, but you're going to correct me because I'm sure I'm very wrong. I know it was early on in the White Stripes when they recorded it. I don't know if it's a cover or if it's an original. Could look it up, but the laptop's down there and... This song follows the narrative of a guy and a girl who are out on a date in a bowling alley. They have an argument, and the guy tries to make it up to her, but she starts checking out this other guy, and then she ends up flirting with this guy. He gets really angry, and then, well, you'll see. The song tells a story. It's not unique in that. There are loads of songs that tell a story from point A to point B, but this one is just done so well. There's a part in it where, just after the verse, where the main protagonist is angry, they add some like siren effects to the guitar riff, which is just such a small detail that they didn't have to do, but it works so well. I love letters. siren. It's very cool. The guitar riff in that song is just so fun. I wish I could play guitar well. Maybe I should just practice more. But that is a song that, like, that would be a dream to cover that song. Like, on guitar, just a drummer. That's it. I would love to do it. At number 4, we have a song called The Nurse. When I first heard this, I did not know what the hell was going on. If you're going to listen to this playlist, don't make The Nurse the first song that you listen to. You gotta kind of understand the vibe of the White Stripes before listening to The Nurse. This is the one I was telling you about with the marimba, so again, bonus points if you already knew that. You know how I always say, oh, the White Stripes, they're so loud and they're so noisy. This is the most loud and most noisy song that I can remember from the White Stripes. Starts off so peaceful. See? Nice, right? To be broken to me. Why does it do that? I'm not going to spoil the rest of that for you, but it's so fun. Am I showing my age by describing a song as fun? Probably. In at number 3 is my favourite White Stripes song to play on guitar, and I want to do a cover of it. I've been meaning to do a cover of it for, honestly, months, maybe like nearly a year now, and I just haven't got round to it because I don't think I'll do it justice. This is called Effect and Cause, and it's just so simple. It's like, I think it's like 3 chords. Well, you can blame the baby for her pregnant mom, and if there's one of these unavoidable laws, it's that you just can't take the effect and make it the cause. Well, you can take the effect and make it the cause. I didn't rob a bank because you made up the law. Blame me for robbing Peter, but don't you blame Paul. Can take the effect and make it the cause. Honestly, play that on guitar. It's a bop. We're into our top 2, boys. I know you're not all boys, but you're my boys. This was close. You know, with my previous playlist, it's been kind of easy for me to choose which one goes where. You know, like, oh, this is second best, but this is the ultimate one. But these two were so tied for first place. They're essentially both joint first place, but technicalities, I guess. This song's just perfect to me. It's flawless. This song is called Icky Thump, and it's from the album Icky Thump. Now, when the album Icky Thump was released, I was already a huge, super White Stripes fan. Like, I was already well on it. I'd been a fan of them for like 2 years at that point. It came out in 2007, and I remember the morning that the song, like the music video, was released, because back in those days, like, it was such a big deal for a music video to be released. I feel like we've lost that a little bit now, but I remember hearing it. It was the first time that I'd heard the White Stripes release something new, and it was sadly their final album. But I remember seeing the video. Meg had changed her hair from black to this auburn colour, and the video was really freaky, but the song was just so fucking good. I'm not even going to say frickin'. It was fucking good. And to this day, it's just that driving drum beat all the way through the song, and that guitar riff that just sounds so swingy. It's a bop. It's a banger. It's a wonderful song. I would say, again, if you are new, perhaps, and you've heard Seven Nation Army, I would probably be bold and say go straight to Icky Thump and then play the playlist in 20 to 1. Icky Thump is a really strong White Stripes song. White Americans, what? Nothing better to do? Why don't you kick yourself out? You're an immigrant too. Who's using who? What should we do? Well, you can't be a pimp and a prostitute too. Great line. It's very relevant these days, I guess. This is 2007, so. And finally, number 1. I didn't realize this was my number 1 until a long car drive back from London, really late at night, and it just came on shuffle on a playlist, and I forgot how great it was. The chorus suddenly filled me with this optimism, whereas this was a song that I used to skip. It's now a song that just brings a smile to my face every damn time. It's called Forever for Her Is Over for Me. The chord structure is just so simple, but it's just so fun. I blew it, and if I knew what to do, then I'd do it. But the point that I have, I'll get to it. And forever for her is over for me. It's got like, I think it's got like 3 verses. Maybe it's 2 or 3 verses, then a chorus, then the same verses again afterwards. And yeah, it's a really warming song. And there's a bit near the end where I think it's like the last post-chorus. And the way that they build it up, they don't build it up in the music, but they build it up by Jack White doing this sort of humming. And it's really clever. Well, let's do it! Just get on a plane and just do it! Light the birds and the bees and get to it! Just get out of town and forever be free! Forever! A word that we could say together! It could change if you want for the better! Just tug on my shirt and lay down next to me! I love the White Stripes so much! I hope you enjoyed this playlist. I'm sorry that it was mostly me just mimicking Jack White's guitar. Please do keep an open mind and give the White Stripes a chance if you haven't. They received a really unfair amount of criticism while they were active, and I never understood that. I've always just really enjoyed their music, and I feel like they were really the only blues influence I had as a teenager, and they definitely shaped the way that I not only listened to music, but the way that I stopped judging music. You know, before the White Stripes, it was pop punk or it was rubbish, you know, and then the White Stripes came along and changed everything for me, and I'm always going to be thankful for that. Again, there's a link to this playlist down below in the description. Please go and follow it to stroke my ego. It needs stroking. Oh, and also, let me know in the comments below what band you think I could do a top 20 for next time around, because I'm kind of out now. I was thinking Fall Out Boy, but I mean, all of the songs would be from Infinity on High and Foley, so maybe. We'll see. And thank you for 40,000 followers on Spotify. That's madness. Really happy with it. Anyway, catch you later. And no, I will never stop being too close to the camera. Does this make you uncomfortable? Am I too close for you? How about now? Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs?